I guess we're restarting this. Alright, for some odd reason I had weird stuff going on. And now I'm stuck in vertical format, so had to restart this stupid thing. Alright, we're getting... Let's jump back over here. Well, that was very annoying. Oh my goodness. What are you doing? All right, let's get some people on here. Sorry about that. I had a weird glitch going on. No idea why it was doing that, so take two. Hopefully this is working better for you. I know I'm not exactly sure why YouTube's doing this vertical format as a default. What do you guys think? Do you guys like it? Do you like the horizontal format a little bit better? I guess it just depends. I kind of like the wide format because I can kind of step out of frame if I need to. You get a little bit more real estate, screen real estate. But anyway, let's get the likes going. Be sure to thumbs up the video. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Thanks for letting me know you guys were having an issue on your end. So anyway, here we go. Another Mumfy live. I'm excited to talk to you guys just about kind of whatever you guys would like to discuss. I've got a couple of topics myself. Just kind of going over some of the mods I got on the truck, channel ideas that I kind of want to run by you guys to get your feedback and information. But be sure to leave your comments down below. I want to answer your questions that you have. If you're new here, just checking out the live, welcome. I am Mumfy. I have a 2020 Toyota Tacoma in cement gray. I'm actually keeping an eye on my dogs right now, which is why the garage is closed. Otherwise, you'd see the Tacoma in the back. But yeah, we're just this is me just hanging out with you guys, answering any questions you guys have, and just kind of discussing camping ideas, trips, tricks of the trade, new camping equipment that's going to be happening this year, and just kind of giving a channel update as well. So be sure to smash the thumbs up if you guys are enjoying this, and be sure to leave your comments, questions down below, and let's interact. Let's get going. I want to hear what you guys are doing to your Tacomas, mods that you guys are interested in, and yeah, let's get to it. Brett Holmes, do I have the miso puddle lights? And if so, do a video on how on the on and off-road auto lights. I do not have the puddle lights. I've looked into this a little bit and I'm not exactly sure. It's something that I kind of want to delve into. I've got other area lighting that I use right now on top of my roof rack, which is a Trail Racks tremor rack. I have the Heretic grab handles that have a built-in light, and I can toggle those on and off whenever I need to. So that's kind of my area lighting. Plus I've got 4 Heretic BA2s on my bed rack that I can turn on and off from my Switch Pro. That'll also give me some added lighting. So not sure I'm gonna go the puddle lights. So I know they're kind of cool. When you walk up to the truck, they'll kind of turn on, but yeah, not something that I'm too keen on, but they are cool for what they provide, for sure. So, great question. Any other questions we got going on? I want to know what you guys are up to this summer. Any big trips? I know I've got a big trip coming in June, so I'm looking forward to recording that. I'm going to start working more on getting better videos for my trips. So that way I can bring them to you. I'm kind of venturing into that a little bit. Most of my videos have been install videos, so I try to get as in-depth and kind of answered questions that I've seen from other install videos to try that, you know, that they missed, and try and bring them into my videos. So, because I know there's been a couple of steps that I've watched a couple of installs on, and they, you know, I'm like, wait a minute, how do I do that? Or I ran into this, and I want to be able to share that with you guys. Let's see, Courtney B, I have a 23 Taco. I am new to the Toyota family and love my truck. Well, welcome to the Toyota family. So far I've got big tires and I've got a leveling kit installed. Nice. It's a great intro into modding the Tacoma and kind of getting into the suspension world. A spacer or even a leveling kit is definitely kind of nice. I'm not sure if you're doing a spacer kit. Sometimes people do that. I actually started off, so I'll jump back. When I bought my 2020, I had them install a leveling kit along with Bilstein 5100 shocks. So the leveling kit just adds a steel block to the rear leaf springs to help kind of just get rid of that rake. And I liked it for a little bit. Once I started putting more of my mods, adding more weight, I definitely had to update my suspension. And so I eventually went over to an Icon Stage 8 that is a complete front, rear, UCAs, and their leaf pack. So one of the nice things about their leaf pack is it is adjustable. I mean, you do have to take them off the truck if you're gonna adjust them. But if you factor in just how much weight you're going to be sitting on the back, then you can adjust that when you go to install. So kind of plan ahead if you're looking at doing that. Otherwise, if you start going to like the Dobinsons or even the, and now I'm drawing a blank, the Deaver springs, just make sure that you're understanding how much weight, or plan out how much weight you're looking to add to the back of the Tacoma, and then that way the leaf pack will be sufficient for what it is that you're trying to do with it. But if you're just leaving it as kind of a street truck, drive around town, you'll be just fine with a spacer and your leveling kit. So looking forward. Let me know what you guys plan on doing, or yeah, let us know what you plan on doing, Courtney, with your truck. So excited to see what you got going on. Brett, looks like they come on every time the door opens when it's dark. Yeah, but I mean the puddle lights are kind of what it is at camp. Yeah, that can be a little annoying for sure. Courtney B, I'm sorry I got a spacer on the front. Nothing wrong with that. But once again, it just kind of falls down to what you eventually plan on doing to the Tacoma down the line. If you don't plan on doing much else other than like cosmetic mods, spacer lift will be just fine. But if you do plan on doing an upgrade and want something that's pretty affordable, the Bilstein 5100s are a great entry level into the suspension world. And you can get rid of that spacer. Oh my goodness. All right. Other than that, let's see what else we got here. I got my laptop down below, so sorry if I'm not keeping an eye on the screen here, but yeah. Well, as far as my Tacoma, which is not pictured on my on my shirt here, I recently, you probably see me playing around with this thing. This is the factory bump stop. So, for the front, this is the front factory bump stop. And I recently went to Sumo Springs. Working on that video, so keep an eye out for that coming up. I haven't these are the rears, so I haven't installed the rear just yet. I'm going to break that up into 2 videos. So one that's going to be dedicated to the front bump stops, one that's going to be dedicated to the rear. So keep an eye out for that. And anybody that's looking at bump stops, might be a good option. I know there's a couple of brands out there that people like, and for different reasons. But yeah, I decided to go with the Sumo Springs from Super Spring. Brett Holmes, any kind of cheaper mods planned under $1,500 this year? Well, there you go. The bump stops definitely are under $1,500 this year. Another one that's not necessarily a mod for the truck, and I'll kind of elaborate on this a little bit. One of the things that I've been planning out for my truck is to be able to get it back, at least as much as possible, to a usable truck. Mostly for hauling other stuff, you know, yard stuff, whatever else, without having the bed rack on. And one of the things that I purchased recently is called a rapid topper. And it comes in a couple of different kits depending on what kind of either bed rack or camper style, like a Go Fast. You will be able to remove it with this system. It's claimed in about 10 minutes. It's probably going to take me a little bit, but there's also some added parts that you need to get to help fully erect the frame that you're going to basically set it on. So this is part of the kit. This is just one of the corners, and then what you'll do is you'll take some I think it's 1 3/4 conduit that'll slide in here, and you're going to have to measure it for your specific application. So for me, it's probably going to be a little bit taller of a frame setup than some of the others out there, but this is going to be, I'm really stoked about putting this together and showing you guys. But other than that, cheaper mods. Let's see, what else do we got planned? If anything, it's going to be more geared towards camping equipment. I've kind of got the truck where I like it. So yeah, I've got my Roam cases for storage. I've got my 23-0 Armadillo A2, which I really like because I love the hard shell on that. The only thing I've kind of been updating inside of the tent is I got an inflatable mattress. So what that's doing is it's creating more space. So when I fold it up, I'm actually able to keep more bedding in there. So I'm really liking that. Anything else? I would say loving my OTT tune. That's also under $1,500. It's under $1,000, and it definitely has helped with all of the weight that I've put on the truck. I've also re-geared the truck to 529s. They're Yukons. So really been enjoying that. And the thing that I love about the tune, apart from being a part of just the network of good tunes, is that I can, now that I have it, I'm in their system and I can go back anytime that I make changes to the Tacoma, weight-wise, tire-wise, you know, anything like that. I can go back and get it refined, so that way it's working well in conjunction with everything that I have on it. So if I decide to go up to 35s, obviously those are going to change. Those are going to change my wheels, the weight of the tires, anything like that, because that's going to be more mass rolling down. I can go back and say, hey, I got bigger tires, I got heavier tires, and I need to refine that OTT tune. So some good tune and no more shifting. Yeah, that's one of the other things about the third gen Tacomas is the gear hunting for sure. And one of the things that I kind of notice a lot over the course of watching people with other options to help reduce the throttle lag, is that over time you kind of find that one little area that you like to stick in that feels comfortable and right for you, and people just kind of go there. They're not going to change up and down randomly, or, you know, that's kind of why I like the tune, is because I think it's got 5 options on it, if I remember correctly. I'm sitting at a mild medium, so my ECT button, if I push that, I go up to a medium in case I just need some extra power, or if I'm towing something a little bit heavier. I have that medium setting on my ECT, so it really kind of helps get that going for sure. The one and only Nicole. Did I hear about Mike? No, tell me, what happened with Mike? What an interesting last name. Ha ha ha. Yeah, great way to kind of really give some extra life to your Tacoma is just throw that OTT tune on. Skip over any sort of, you know, the Band-Aids, which are throttle controllers, and you'll be happy about it. So, yeah. What about you, Brett? What are some mods that you're looking at? Any plans on 74 welds? Yeah, if I could drop 20,000 on a set of portals. And here's the interesting thing. I mean, if you've watched any of Tacoma Beast's videos, they talk about how if you decide to go that way, you kind of have to go back onto, you kind of have to reduce your gearing. So if I was to do portals with my 529s, I'd actually have to drop them down to, I think, 3.7s, maybe even the 422s, but because you're changing where the gearing is, because the gearing goes to the portals and not necessarily your differential. So it'd be interesting to kind of see what that does. But I do like the fact that it's not, you can fit basically 40s on your Tacoma and not change up the geometry in the suspension. So that's pretty sweet. Courtney, what are my thoughts on the new gen? Styling wise, I really do like it. I'm a little hesitant with first, I'm sure a lot of people say this, hesitant about the first year release, because they're still trying to get get them out to the market. And so they kind of rush things. There's another YouTuber that basically had an issue with, and this is kind of interesting. The new gens in the grill actually have flaps in the air channels. So when you turn off the truck and it needs to start up, it'll actually close those louvers to try and heat up the engine bay. And then once you start going, they'll open up. And basically what happened was, I guess, water got into one of the basically, I think it's a controller for those. They got stuck open, or was it closed? I can't remember. I think they got stuck closed, and it was causing the engine to basically overheat. So there are some nitpicky things, you know, working out the kinks for the first year rollout for this new generation. But as far as styling, I do like it. I know with new EPA rules and stuff like that, that's kind of why they're changing up the engine. I'm pretty sure you could have gotten more out of a V6 versus a 4-cylinder twin turbo. And it looks like a giant rat's nest in in the engine bay. That would, I mean, that's one of my complaints about the new Tacomas. But yeah, there's definitely some pluses and minuses. Yeah, I'd like to kind of see. All right, I need just more information on the 4th gen Tacomas, and I'd like to see them kind of long haul, you know, over the years, see what kind of issues are going to come back. But yeah, like I said, styling wise, I think they're really nice. I actually do like my 3rd gen headlights over the new 4th gen headlights. I like the daytime running lights and the LEDs. I just think the styling on the 3rd gen headlights are a lot better than the 4th gen. I do like that, was it the off-road, the Trail Hunter and the Pro actually have wider fender flares. I think that's kind of a nice little addition. I like that the wheel wells are a little bit bigger. I like that they thought about the cab mount and being able to pull it back, so that way you're not hitting the cab mount, unlike on the 3rd gens where you have to do either a chop or a relocation. I haven't really ridden in too many trucks that have the rear spring, so that'll be interesting. I may have to go do a test drive and just kind of see how I like it. But yeah, the other interesting aspect is I'm surprised that they ended up moving the gas tank to the other side, but you still fill on the driver's side. So that's going to be some interesting engineering for anybody that's doing a long range America fuel tank. I'm pretty sure that's coming down the line. And for those of you that don't know, I have a long range America fuel tank on my Tacoma. It actually upped my fuel capacity from the factory 21 all the way up to 33 gallons. So, and I'm loving that. Don't have to worry about a skid plate or anything like that, because it is steel. But once again, more weight to the Tacoma. Brett, I have stock gears now. Okay. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. I mean, if you decide to drop 20 grand on the portals, then feel free, man. You will be getting a decent ratio for sure. But I'm also curious on what the maintenance is going to be on those portals, because I mean, now you have more gears in the portals, and just making sure to add more oil or whatever. So that'll be interesting to see the longevity of those over time. I'm same on the first year, and I worked for Toyota as a tech plus YouTube snapping front gears. Huh. Oh, that's right. That is right. Yeah. TFL had that happen on their truck, and they were taking it off-road. So yeah, once again, there's a lot of stuff out there that just needs to be worked out and figured out, like what are the fail points, because I'm pretty sure Toyota does a lot of kind of their own testing, and I'm pretty sure a lot of it's still controlled until you see some of their marketing. So it'll be interesting to see just what happens when, you know, people are really going hard, even though TFL was doing something pretty mild, like crawling up a snowy bank. Ugh. But yeah. Any other questions? Hopefully that helps, Courtney. I mean, what are your thoughts? What do you think about the 4th gen? I do like, okay, one other thing on the 4th gen. If you do get one with the rear window, I like having the full glass instead of a little pocket window. I will say that. So, yeah. Yeah, the higher models definitely are getting kind of the push button auto tailgate. And one thing that I will have to say, looking at some of these automatic hatches and things like that, it's just one more point for things to fail. I've noticed on some of their like Highlander hatchbacks and stuff like that, the mechanism to open the tailgate, they don't really seem to be holding up very well. So, I mean, I was going to the airport the other day and had to just really struggle to open that thing up. So I'm really curious what'll happen on those automatic tailgates, if that's a fail point later on down the line. But yeah, I do like the taillights on the 4th gen as well. Some of the aftermarket taillights for the 3rd gen, I'm just kind of like, why? I have not found a set of aftermarket taillights that I like. If there was one that came out with a styling similar to the 4th gen or even the Tundra, I do like the vertical lines with the sequential. I'd be tempted with that, but I've yet to see that. I mean, there's a lot of gimmicky stuff out there, and a lot of the aftermarket housings, I don't think they do a very good job of water invasion making sure that it's sealed properly, so that way you're not getting water in them. I do like the body style and I like the full glass, but just the thought of customizing to a higher model is just so expensive. Yeah, that is another thing, is that these are definitely getting very, very pricey, considering what kind of goes into them. But there is also a lot of technology as well. You know, especially with some of the higher end stuff, you're getting all sorts of technology and electronics and stuff like that. And yeah, I don't know. I kind of like as much technology as the 3rd gen, especially the 2020s and up. I'm glad they went and added, the reason I got my 2020 was because they added Apple CarPlay, and it was a bigger screen as well. So you didn't have the glass buttons, you actually had physical buttons. And I do like that. But once you start getting into the iPad size monitors and things like that, it's, technology is great, but at the same time, it's just another fail point in a truck. So, take it for what it is. That's just my opinion. But as for, I'm gonna cut over. If you guys have more questions you guys want to ask, feel free, please. happy to do so. One of the things I want to kind of go over is I upgraded one of my camping equipment to this thing. I haven't opened it yet. Oh. I did the Blackstone griddle. I saw this and I was like, oh yeah, let's get a camp griddle. So my camping stove is definitely updated. Pretty excited to check this out and see how this does for sure. I'm still gonna keep my Coleman as a backup, but I'm definitely interested to see how this thing does. So I did get the 14-inch griddle with the side burner, so it's not this comes in two different variations. You have a full griddle and then the one that I got, which is the 14, and a side burner. So I do like that. Courtney, technology is a gift and a curse. Yes, for sure. As much as we like technology, it definitely has its own set of issues for sure. Oh, are you talking? Dogs are getting crazy. So, hey, Courtney, what plans do you have for your Tacoma? I'm pretty sure I thought I asked that and wasn't sure if you'd answered yet, but I'm kind of curious. Are you looking to do overlanding, or are you looking to do more just kind of keep it as is, or maybe some light camping adventures? I'm just kind of curious. And Brett, if you're still here, yeah, I'm curious to know what plans you got as well. I'm not sure what exactly you guys have on your trucks or what you're curious about. So be sure to let me know down below. Need a bank for that. I will say, selling a house has definitely helped me get my truck to where it is. So, yeah, not planning on doing anything super big or changing things out too much. I will be looking at doing an awning further down the line, probably later this year. I'm not exactly sure. But that will require me to move my my A2 Armadillo over so I can have room on one side, because if I open it, the awning is going to end up interfering with the function of the tent. Courtney, well, I'm starting slow because I live in Philly and the most off-roading I do is go over the potholes in the city. Yeah, or you go over the curbs in the parking lots too. So, I mean, we have those out here too. But yeah, no, that's it's a good starting point for sure. I think let's see, there's another YouTuber that I follow that's actually out in Philadelphia that has some decent stuff on his truck, and I like seeing where he's going with it and what he's been doing. So, and definitely more of a budget minded build than mine. So I can appreciate people finding cost saving methods to basically build out their truck, and I'll go ahead and give him a shout out. It's Modern Day Viking. He's done an amazing job of building out his Tacoma to basically suit his needs. So it's been pretty awesome to see him. Brett Holmes, 270 or not? Ooh, this one's kind of tricky. I'd like to do a 270, and if it's possible, I'll probably do a 270. Otherwise, it's going to be a large 180. I'm not going to do a mini. So 180s come in a couple of different lengths. My Utah's showing. So at least the one that I know for 23-0, they've got a short one or a compact version, and then they've got a full size. So the 180 still comes out. You just have more coverage over the side of the vehicle. And if I do the 180, it's going to be the full size. And I might even look at getting the walls too. So let's see. I updated my license plate lighting, put a gas cap holder in. Oh, those are really nice. Yeah. Gas cap holder is one thing I haven't done to mine. I just let it dangle. And kind of going back to the whole gas thing, Long Range America, when they install that, what it does is your hose, your factory hose for filling, is at a steeper angle. And putting the Long Range America fuel tank has actually changed that angle to a little bit shallow. So I have to be careful because I can actually overflow the fill hose. So Brett Holmes in North Dakota, not much around here. Oh, okay. Well, that's a shame. I kind of want to. Part of the plan that I have is to try and hit as many as the national parks, national forests, and stuff like that as I can. Last year, I hit up the Redwoods, did Yosemite, Grand Canyon. So that was a fun trip. Actually went up into Oregon and then dropped down into Northern California. And then this year, planning on doing Devil's Tower, Mount Rushmore, kind of hitting that area. So that'll be pretty fun. So Courtney, I follow him too. Yeah, great budget build for sure. But yeah, he definitely spends his money on the bikes, on his e-bikes. But yeah, like seeing what he's putting out for sure. All right, plans for the Mumfy channel. I mean, this is kind of what I've written down. Kind of slowly getting the ball rolling, starting to understand OBS a little bit, which is online broadcast system. So I'm looking at doing maybe some podcast style videos as well. So I'm curious, who would you like me to reach out to and speak to? Is it other creators? Would you like me to talk to mechanics? This is actually one idea that I've kind of thrown out, is I'd like to talk to my mechanic who did my re-gear, did my cab mount relocation, just to kind of get a better understanding of, what goes into all that. Get your questions on anything mechanical, stuff like that. Oh yeah, Mike over at Last Line of Defense. Yeah, that would actually be very, very awesome. And I might have a connection or two that might be able to make that happen. But first things first, I got to get the back end set up and then kind of go from there. But yeah, that would definitely be cool. And Ty. Oh yeah. Or do you mean Talon? But no, I think that'd be kind of fun talk to a couple of other big names. Who is it? Yeah, there's a couple of guys that I definitely like. Kelly over at oh, now I'm drawing a blank. Why? I can't remember his name now. Adventure Tacoma or something like that. Adventure Bound. I'm pretty sure you guys will let me know who. But yeah, it'd definitely be good to kind of make those connections and talk and reach out to those guys and bring those to you. Dirt Lifestyle. Yeah, that'd be cool. I do have a couple of connections close to me that we can kind of go over like 23.0 stuff. So that might be kind of cool if you guys are interested in certain products. I mean, 23.0 definitely is kind of a top tier, or, you know, kind of a luxury brand almost. But yeah, they definitely make some good stuff. I actually have one of their products right there that I'm going to be updating. I'll be updating a product on my Tacoma with one of their products. So yeah, it'll be definitely kind of fun, and then also kind of discuss changes, what they prefer, what they like, what they don't like. I think it'd be just kind of fun to do that. Because one of the recommendations that I have is I can't recommend the Nitto Ridge grapplers. They have done pretty well off-road, but their wet performance, I haven't liked it very well. Although I will say they did do very well in my Montana trip, where we just got dumped on in rain. Didn't have any issues up there, but snow and stuff like that, the Mickey Thompsons that I have on the truck now have been much better. So if you're looking at tires, Mickey Thompson, the Baja Boss definitely are kind of a little bit more pricey, but I like that they have the extra siping. People have recommended, was it the Toyos, Falcon Wild Peaks, things like that. I wanted to go with the Mickey Thompson Baja Boss to see how they are. I do have the standard load and not the light truck load, or light truck version of the Baja Boss, and there is a huge there's a 20-pound weight difference between the light truck and the standard load. But the light truck, you get a more aggressive sidewall, and it's also a 10-ply. You get a 10-ply sidewall versus a 3-ply on the standard load. But with the off-roading that I kind of do, they've been great. The 3-ply has been plenty of meat, plenty of protection that I've needed for the drives that I've done. Brett Holmes, can't think of the guy's name, has a blue Jeep Gladiator in Canada. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that guy. I do follow Spencer Hogg, so he's up in Canada. He's got, Story Till Now. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I know Story Till Now. I don't know him personally, but I know of his channel. Yeah, I think it would really be cool to sit down with a bunch of these guys and just kind of pick their brains. Let's see. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank. I've got a couple of guys in mind that I'd like to kind of sit down and talk to. Either discuss products, their build, see what they recommend and stuff like that. So, one of the other things, one of the other updates for the channel is I am looking at starting memberships, and I kind of want to get your thoughts on some of this stuff. Brett Holmes, any plans for Overland Expo? Last year I actually went to Flagstaff. It was the only one that I went to. I might try the Colorado one this year, but I gotta make sure that my timing is good and all that. Are they doing it in Colorado again? I think they might be doing it in Colorado. I really haven't looked at the Overland Expo, the dates or anything like that, but it would definitely be interesting. I wouldn't mind checking out Colorado. Flagstaff was actually pretty fun. Unfortunately, it rained like the first day, but yeah, it was good to kind of walk around, see some of the cool stuff that's up there. I am looking at getting some recovery stuff from Yankum, so they're actually pretty close by, so might be checking them out. I've tried to do as much local, or as close to local. To me, being in Utah, we've got kind of a big off-road overlanding community out here, so I've tried to support a lot of local stuff. Heretic being one of them, Heretic Studio. Their lighting, their off-road lighting is just amazing. I love their amber color. I love their clear color. The all aluminum housing that they run has been fantastic. Let's see. Trail Racks is actually local, so if you're looking for a nice under $1,000 roof rack for your third gen, check out Trail Racks. One question that I got about my Trail Racks roof rack was how's the wind noise? And I can say that I do not get any wind noise with the Trail Racks. And I think mostly in part due to their windscreen angle. It's actually in line with the windshield. So you're not getting kind of the windshield angle and then a harsh angle up. So, and I think even towards the corners, the sides of the truck is a lot narrower of a gap. I know that on the I got my Prinsu over there, but I know on the Prinsu it's got a sharper angle, and then on the sides it's actually got a larger gap when it gets closer to the doors. So that might be causing some of the wind whistle and stuff like that, but I'm not sure exactly. But yeah, so if you're looking for a nice roof rack, check out Trail Racks. I've liked them a lot. And if you are looking at Prinsu, their Pro has the 90-degree bend on the top, and Trail Racks already had that going. So, but you know, I think up top Overland, Sherpa, I think Sherpa's got a roof rack. There's a lot of good options out there for sure. I'm not saying pick one over the other, but I like what I have so far. It's been a nice upgrade for sure. I do run the CBI. Hey, who are you talking to? Boy, they're getting noisy. But hang on a sec. Remy, hey, come here. Get your toy. Get your toy. All right. Well, she's barking at somebody in the backyard. But yeah, kind of pick what you like, find out what's going to best suit your budget, and go from there. There's lots, like I said, lots of great options out there. But yeah, one of the things, let's see, Brett, I'm going to do 12 of the RGB rock lights from Run for Tacos and put out the first video of it. Oh, okay. I actually, is it a custom set from Running for Tacos, or is it like the Diode Dynamics RGB rock lights? I'm curious. Have them need to. Nice. Yeah, I actually have a set of amber rock lights from Heretic. So looking forward to putting those on the truck. Basically, all the lighting, all the accessory lighting, apart from my grill, is all from Heretic Studio. I did run a set of Diode Dynamics SS3 Pros, I want to say. No, not the Pros. I think the Elites. They're fog lights. And one thing I will say about Diode Dynamics over Heretic is that they are SAE approved, so you are getting a cutoff. The Heretic are definitely focused more on your off-road lights. So you're going to get, the version that I have is a spot and a flood. So I get kind of a hot spot, but I also get some coverage on those. So something to keep in mind as well if that's something that you're looking for. But both build awesome factory fog light replacement kits. So wanted Reddit camp for no bugs. Yeah, no, that's nice. Are you going, and you're going full Baja? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Heretic is definitely competing with Baja and KC. So yeah, they're definitely up there for sure. And not a inexpensive product for sure. Yes, definitely money for sure. But all right. Yeah, one of the things I did mention was looking at doing memberships for the channel, and I kind of want to get some of your feedback. I'm still trying to plan out the tiers and want to make sure that I'm giving you guys the best value for these memberships. And I've kind of been looking on YouTube at what other people have done as far as their pricing tiers and stuff like that. And some I'm just kind of like, that's probably a little bit too much. And I want to be fair to you guys and make sure that I'm providing you guys with enough value for those membership tiers. So I'm going to be pretty inexpensive for the first tier. That's just going to cover the custom emojis and badges and stuff like that. I'm not going to say any pricing right now, but I just want to get your guys' feedback on some of this, and kind of figure out what tiers make sense and what value for those tiers is a good value for you guys. So next tier up would be looking at actual shout outs, obviously prioritization in chat questions and stuff like that. Still trying to figure out what else I can put in there that really makes that second tier worth stepping up to. And then a third tier, I think I've got kind of a good idea for this, but would be some member-only videos for sure, member-only live streams, stuff like that. But also on top of that, if you have OnX, I'm looking at sharing those pin drops at that tier. So I think that might be at least a good value for that third tier. But you know, like I said, I want to get your guys' feedback. I want to know what makes sense for you guys that is going to give you, like I said, the best bang for your buck on these membership tiers. And once again, those are always optional. You don't necessarily have to do a membership. But it's something I'm kicking around, kind of wanting to see what makes sense, and then kind of go from there. It's just the evolution of the channel for sure. But you are so talkative. What is it? What are you doing? Oh my goodness, come here. Come here, you're fine. What are you doing? Oh, hi, big boy. So anyway, yeah, I'm just, what makes sense to you guys? I'm going to continue to bring you guys these videos. I may just do, you know, early access videos for stuff before it actually releases on the main channel. But, you know, I just want to make sure that you guys are getting the value that you guys have been getting so far, and just kind of step it up for me. So that way I'm upping my game. I'm evolving as much as my truck is. So maybe even share some camp recipes. I don't know. We'll see. But looking forward to more of these lives with you guys. So hopefully you found it enjoyable. Because I definitely plan on doing more of these. Once again, every third Monday of the month, doing these lives. So you guys have a direct connection with me. I love the interaction. Brett, you've been awesome. Thank you so much for all your questions and comments. And Courtney as well, thank you for joining. If you're still here, thank you so much for your questions as well. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the support. Macro cooking. Yeah. It'll be heat up some water and pour it into the ready to go meals. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You're scared of a broom, aren't you? But still here just listening. Well, I greatly appreciate you guys sticking around. And hopefully I didn't put you off with, you know, throwing out the memberships or anything like that. But definitely looking forward to bringing you guys some more of these videos, especially with the bump stops, the super springs, the rapid topper. Hopefully it's giving you some good ideas. I'm looking forward to testing this thing out, this Blackstone. So if any of you are interested in that, pick it up at Walmart. That's where I got it. I think it's the only place you can actually pick them up right now. So just a quick call out for that. If there is nothing else, I'm going to wrap it up here. If you have any questions on mods for the truck, where to find them, anything like that, jump over to mumfy.us/mods. And I have a complete list of mods that I have on the truck over there, where you can pick them up. Some are affiliate links. So I just get a kickback, no extra cost to you guys at all. But it helps the channel out for sure. I also have a shop over there. If you're liking the design on the shirt, you can order one over there as well. Mumfy.us/shop. I really haven't updated too much over there. I need to get a little bit better about that. Do have a couple of ideas coming for new shirts. And if I can, I can sell a couple more, I'll be bringing out another patch, my second patch. First one is just a side profile of my truck. I have limited quantities on those. So check those out over there. And yeah, for anything else, be sure to stick with the channel. Keep up with that. Make sure you're subscribed, like the video, all the YouTuber stuff that we call out at the end of every video. Appreciate you guys so much. I'm going to wrap it up here. Take care. Till the next video. Peace.